Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome. It is Sunday. I hope you guys got your notepads ready, questions ready to roll, because we're doing an AMA, which means you ask questions, I pretend I know the answers, and then I Google it. I'm just kidding. Anyway, guys, we're doing an AMA. We're check who got in the roll call. Thank you very much. Red Panda Mining, pointing some people over here. Panda Raid on the way. What'd you guys do over there? What's going on? Anyway, we got Andres 23007. What's happening? Oh, better hit the thing here. Mr. Rod Putz. And then moving on, Gozo Maitayak, Dan Ruggs rig list. What the heck is rig list? What are you rugging now? What are you rugging a rig list for? Berserker, what's going on? PO work, proof of work, blockchain mining, POW, what's happening? Looking for the Locatech hash blades. Yeah, where they at? Where are they at? Oh, Budweiser. Let that kind of echo up for a little while there. All right, scrolling through, talking away. What's going on? Chirish. I think that's how it's pronounced there. King Mining, what's happening? Welcome. Tricky Mick, what's going on, Tricky Mick? Crypto Bedell, welcome. John Germain, what's happening? Integra Guy, 041, what's going on? First time 13, welcome. Toxic Miner. Oh, man, don't be too toxic. All right, man? I'm just playing with you. Sheldon Urban, Petro, Button Court, what's happening? Scrolling through, what do we got here? Hey, what is that? Haywire 5? Haywire 5, yeah. All right, welcome. Michael Flores, what's happening? Tatuka, where did Panda buy those 50 HXs from? I saw you guys asking about that, so I found his video, and we'll go through that and where you can find those GPUs here in a second. Proof of work, blockchain mining, what's going on? Welcome. Haywire. Oh, it just jumped on me. Max Voltage, what's happening? Welcome. Welcome, everybody. You know, if I missed you, I probably missed quite a few of you guys. I apologize. Yell at me. So answering that question, where did Panda get HX GPUs? I'm assuming he went through them in his stream previously. That's why you're asking. But here's his video, the $25 GPU. We can just open it up. You can see the thing here. But the $125 GPU, worth it for mining right now. In his description, he actually has an Alibaba link here. So MSI right here. So I'm just going to right click, open new tab, open this up, and then here is the link for those GPUs. There you go. So that's where you could pick those up. I don't know if Panda has that referral or not on that. That's the link that he has there. So there's the GPUs. If you want some, grab them. If not, you know where to look. Anyway, so there they are. There's where Panda did get his GPUs, allegedly. So if you want some, pick them up. We're doing AMA. Just at me, whatever you got to do to get my attention. No referral. Okay, so there's no referral, but it's a link to those GPUs based on his video in his description. So that's where you get them. D Alibaba, what? Plug P good. I picked up 3080s from them. Awesome. Yeah, remember, always do your research. Make sure you're buying there. Just because you buy a few things there and you swap to a different seller, they may be a scam seller. So make sure you check out their ratings, how long they've been there, possible ways that they accept payments could be a factor, and if they're good or not. And obviously Panda's on their line. I never really purchased from there, so I don't know who to look for sellers. So I'm the last person to ask, but Panda does go. He knows quite a bit about that place. And he has previous videos on how to look for previous good sellers and stuff. So that's I will recommend that link 100% because he recommends it and he uses that platform a lot more than I ever have. So you shouldn't have anything to worry about. You clean out your garage, DJ Mines. What's going on? Why are you cleaning it out? Or are you still moving? Or are you not moving? What's going on with that? What's going on with the moving thing? Waiting on customs for the E9 Pro. Oh, Tricky Mick has an E9 Pro in the house rolling in. Awesome. Alibaba for the win. Facts, my Canadian brothers. Moving end of the year, they say. Oh, so you have to the end of the year. So you still have quite a bit of time, but that's kind of a crappy timeline, don't you think? Like, I'm not in the same boat because, you know, I don't have to move, but it's different because now you have to wait till potentially the end of the year. So like, how do you upgrade your mining farm and stuff? You really can't do anything. You can't plan anything out because you're just going to be moving. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, do I get solar? Do I not get solar? What do I do? Because we kind of plan to maybe moving somewhere in BC or, you know, somewhere closer to the mountains or something. And that makes no sense to, you know, put in a whole bunch of money to upgrade stuff here when we're just going to move in a couple years down the road or something anyway. And then I got to do it all over again. So it kind of sucks. I'm up in the air on what I really want to do in terms of expansion, because I don't want to waste money for nothing type of thing. But we'll see what happens. If I move, I get free power, so it's not all bad. That is awesome. You can't go wrong. I'd say, hey, can I move in like tomorrow? Free power? Like, come on, let's get in there. Import me. What? Import you? Import you over here. So what do we got here? Hello, too far north for solo. You need to move to USA, Ohio area. Electric is uber cheap. Uber cheap. Yeah, I hear about that, but yeah, states and passports and stuff like that. Anyway, while we're here, I wanted to check out what are local prices for hardware in your areas. And here's my area. I'm just going to look up something like, let's look up a 3060 Ti, because the other day I was kind of curious. Is it worth it? Like I did with my RX 580s, my 4 gigabytes and stuff, when Ethereum passed that 4 gig DAG size, I did sell my 4 gigabyte GPUs for a decent amount. And then I bought 3060 Ti's and stuff with that money. So I'm on the boat again on potential efficiency upgrades, dropping some 3000 series cars, maybe 3060 Ti's, 3070. I don't know. I only got one 3070, so I kind of got to keep that for testing purposes. But I got a few A2000s, 3060 Ti's and stuff and so on. And the 4000 series is looking, ultimately a lot more efficient. Like 4 or 5 3070 Ti's is a whole lot more power and about the same profitability as, say, like a single 4090 or something. So I'm like, should I sell like 4 3060 Ti's, get a 4090, but then do I just wait and maybe do it next year when the 5000 series drops? I don't know. I'm up in the air. Anyway, I was curious, what are GPU prices looking like where I am? And here we can see a 3060 Ti is actually around $500 still. I thought they'd be actually less. 3060 is $400. Like, obviously they're still listed here. This was just listed yesterday. Actually, they're just being listed. Some of these have been here for a little bit. So just because they're here, it doesn't mean they're selling. So that's the other thing. You might be looking for GPUs. So, this guy wants $500. Say, hey, you know what? $350. 400 here, so on. You can make some deals. What do we got? We got an 8 card 3060 Ti, $6,000. $6,000. Yeah, I don't know about that. But again, that's this same rig here 2 years ago when Ethereum was around, it was probably what, $20,000 at least. Yeah, crazy. 3060 I have an Asus here, 525. What is this? $30. Some fans. We got 3060 Founders Edition, 500. So yeah, it looks like the 3060 Ti prices here are, $450 for the cheapest to $500+. Again, they're still here, so they're not really selling. What are mining rigs themselves actually going for? Let's check that out. Mining rig. Let's see if people are selling like complete mining rigs. Have you guys been looking your local areas lately? Is there anything kind of good deals or anything? This guy's buying all this Panda. This is you. This is Red Panda Mining's ad right here. It says he's from Calgary. We know he's lying. Prices have gone up 160 per now. Oh yeah, the Alibaba. I looked at that a few days ago and I saw that it was up a bit because I was kind of curious about that. But crazy, yeah, they're going up. But here we have buying all GPUs and mining rigs. Courtesy Red Panda's trying to get everybody's stuff, so he needs more hardware. Help him out if you're trying to sell some stuff. Panda, you want some 3060 Ti's? Just joking. We got some Antminer PSUs. We got 3060 10 card mining rig for $6,000. 10 cards, 8 card 3060. There's that $6,000 one. What the heck? 8G, $300. Look at this. RX 570 GPU mining rig. I'm assuming they're probably the 4 gigabyte versions, but still $300 for 8 RX 570s. I wonder if I should just buy that for the stupid of it. Think about it. And then what if something gets profitable? You could probably sell each one for $300 to $400 a piece if that happens. We don't know. We don't know what the future is going to hold, but this might be a nice ad to make some money in the future. Possibly. I don't know. But interesting for sure. The Polaris cards are definitely down in value. We got power supply here. What is this? Another power supply. What is wanted crypto miner? Okay, rigs. Buying all GPUs and mining rigs. Buying all GPUs. Mining rigs. 1660s. How many are here? Rig is about 8 months old. 2 MSI 1660 Supers and 3 Asus 1660. So is that 3, 4, 5 of them for a little over $1,000 Canadian? Breakout board mining rig $25. Hey, that's not too bad. 6 card 1070. Look at this guy. ETH. Eth, all your feelings, baked goods for GPUs. Worried about your latest crypto crash? Lost all your money? Sorry to hear that. I'm willing to take your cards off you and offer you baked goods for your choice in return, whether it be chocolate. Oh my gosh. 5 by Meta, 8 GPU frames, $1,000 for 5 frames. What is that? Yeah, 250 each. Those are still pretty expensive. 6 GPU mining frames, $75. We got some parallel miner stuff. Looks like some risers here. 3 mining rigs, Bitcoin, Ethereum, stackable, no GPU, plug and play. I gotta love it when they have like post GPU rigs. They say Bitcoin and stuff on them. Still Ethereum on them. Yeah, not happening. It's $350 there. Looking to buy mining rigs GPUs. Looking to buy mining rigs GPUs. Oh, and here we have a $75 RX 570 for $75. 8 gigabyte models. Oh, he has a bunch of them. It says models, not just 8 gigabyte model. All of them are tested. 400. He has 400 of these. Oh my gosh. Here's a mining farm shutting down. Selling a bunch of RX 570 graphics cards. Have around 400 in stock. All of them are tested and working great. 8 gigabyte models. Great for gaming PCs or building a cheap mining rig. Asking $75 per unit firm unless a bulk order. So you can get them actually a little bit cheaper. So the other guy wanted 300 for like the whole setup. What are these? You can get them a little bit cheaper here. So 300, where is that? I'm going to go to my calculator. 300 divided by, how many was that? 8 that guy had? 37. So the other guy was selling them for $37 a piece. These are $75. And where's that? Where's that rig? $300 one. How many were there? Where is it? I lost it. Someone bought it already. It's unlisted. Where do we got? What? It's actually, oh, right here. 8 GPU. So yeah, 8. So yeah, these are $37 a GPU. And that other guy wants 75. You should show him this ad and be like, hey, you know, this guy's actually selling for $37. Bulk deal. I'll take them all for $20. You know, something like that. Sock President, thank you very much for the US $5. Noob thinking of build/buy a mining rig. What to mine something with ROI and staying power? Did Helium me giving XMR Enduro a hard look? Thoughts? Yeah, that's a very tough question right now. Crypto, obviously, a lot of the altcoins are starting to pump right now, but they are seeing a little bit of red today. What's your power price? It all comes down to power price, what you want to go in. Dero hash rate has been going through the roof, so that's pretty insane. I don't know if that's the result of the possible GPU miner that is going in testing phases between 2 different people are making a GPU miner for Dero, but we still don't know what's all going on. It does sound like if a GPU miner emerges on Dero, that if it sees significant gain over a CPU, you know, through further optimizations and stuff, there will be another fork on Dero to go straight back to CPUs again, because it's meant to be CPU mineable. But if they're open to GPUs, as long as they don't show a huge performance boost above them, it's okay if they're around the same hash rate and same power. But if they start seeing a leap ahead of CPUs, there will be a fork across Dero to drop it back down. Now, we also got the botnets and all sorts of crazy things happening on Dero. We know that happens with CPUs quite often. Look at XMR and other coins. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff going on right now with those. But I don't know. I don't know what your power price is. It's not financial advice. Obviously, look for the most efficient equipment. I don't know what your budget or anything is, and how you're a new miner. So it's really a tough time. Technically, it is one of the best times to maybe get into crypto right now and learn it before the next bull run. But it all depends on your goals as yourself. I have a 4070 ASIC Dual, and it gets 109 megahash at 180 watts and MSI Afterburner on Nexa. That seems, is that high? Let's take a look. You have a 4070, right? 4070. Let's just see what this is telling us you should be getting according to hashrate.no. Now, I have noticed that a lot of these numbers, especially power consumption, it's going to be higher. So they're already showing 173 here. You're showing, what are you showing here? You're showing 180, so yeah, maybe, but 122 mega hash, and you got 109. What are your settings? Are you running any of these types of settings? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a 4070. That's one that, you know, it'd be probably interesting to check out. Like, let's just go into profitability here right quick. We got the 4090. Next up, after power profit is $1.62 at my power price, 11 cents per kilowatt hour in USD terms. We got the 4080, $1.06 on Dynex. But you know, $1.62. Now, just kind of referring back to what I was mentioning before, look at the 3060 Ti. Where is it at right now? 3060 Ti right here. So it's making 25 cents on Clore. So in theory, 4 of them would be making $1 after power. 4 of them making a power $1. But here we're still at $1.62. We're another 2. We're profitability of a 4090 is like 6 3060 Ti's after power. But we're using quite a bit more power running 6 3060 Ti's compared to just a single 4090. It's kind of what I'm looking at in terms of efficiency aspects and so on. So that's why I'm like, you know, maybe I should sell some 3060 Ti's. Obviously, if something explodes, you're going to want as much hash rate as possible. So I may as well just keep them and just slowly try to maybe sell some coins or something and just buy straight out a 4090. I don't know. It's up in the air. So many decisions you got to make all the time, right? But I do like to move to more efficient hardware as time goes by. And right now, the 3000 series is being left behind by the 4000 series. So we'll see what happens. I got to make some decisions and decide what to do. Obviously, if I do that, my farm's going to drop quite a bit, but it's going to be running quite a bit more efficient and I won't have as much hardware, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. It all comes down to hash to watt ratios and so on. But we'll see what happens. How do you set those clock and MSI afterburner? I don't really know how to interpret it. So actually, let's just run through that right quick right now. You know, most of you guys out there, you probably already know how to do this, but let's help them out. So I like to run LOL miner. So I'm just going to bring this up. We're going to go to programs here. I'm going to go into all my miners. So we're going to go into my GPU miners. Let's just do what, let's find something. I don't even know. I guess next up, do I have LOL miner in here? This one, yes. So come into here. Now, I like to use LOL miner for overclocking right here. I'm going to bring in the screen right quick. And here you can see the LOL miner GUI. So right click this, run it as an administrator. Obviously, you're going to have to download LOL miner to get this. But now we can just run these overclocks. So examples here, let's just look at what they want for settings. So here you can see a core clock offset of 300. So we're going to turn this on, this on, and this on. And no, we don't want that one. So here's your core offset right here. C off, that's your core offset. We're going to set that to 300. You're referring to Windows. That's why we're going this route. Now your core clock, here you can see core clock, 2400 megahertz. Wow, 2400 on this thing? Craziness. So we're going to set that to 24. That seems too high. Core clock 2400. That's crazy. Oh, that's a 4090. I'm not used to 4090 clocks. And then we got a memory clock here at 5001. So now we're going to go 5001. That's it. Now I'm going to hit apply OCs. Obviously, I don't have a 4090 in here. I got a 3090 here. I don't run my locked clock that high, but it looks like that's what you utilize on 4090. But yeah, I hit my apply OCs and you will see these kind of do its thing. Actually, I do have a 4090. So let's just go to our 3090. We'll go to Nexa. Hopefully it doesn't kill my stream. But let's just see what they're doing here. I usually use about 1440 or something. It probably wants more. 1470. All right, so I'm just going to go 1440 here. 1440. We're going to go core offset 300, fine. And then 5. Yeah, it's all fine. So now I'm going to bring up my afterburner itself. Here you can see. And I'm going to apply my overclocks. Hopefully we don't crash the stream or anything here right now. But I'll just hit the apply button. Bam. I just applied it. And you can see it locked it up. 1440 core, 5001 memory, and it has our offset and everything in there. So I'm just going to reset my GPU now so it's back to normal. And that's how you do it. So that's how it's a nice, easy way to overclock your GPU by just utilizing this LOL miner GUI within Windows itself, and then just cross-reference it with MSI Afterburner just so that you know your clocks and everything did lock. So that's what I do. That's how I run my overclocking in Windows. Now, when it comes to Hive OS, you can see right here, it's the exact same thing, except this is the command. You need to put this little -- C clock space 300. That's your offset. This is your locked core, and this is your locked memory if you're in Hive OS or something. So it's all right here for you. Then obviously these aren't the best settings out there. You can play with them some more, put in a watt meter or something, kind of figure out your own hash to watt ratios and just do your own tweaking from that point on. So hopefully that kind of opened up the gate for you and gave you a little idea how to do that. Don't sell coins. I sell ETH to buy 8 RX 5700s when ETH was around $100. Most expensive rig I had. I know. I am in the exact same boat you are. What was it? 2020 or something? The 5700 XTs were they were an amazing card. It was before the 3000 series came out. And the 5700 XTs were, I guess, pretty much the best Ethereum cards. They were what? You BIOS mod them, 57, almost 60 mega hash, depending how you run them, at around 130 watts or something like that, 100, a little more maybe. But regardless, they were awesome. So I used Ethereum to buy these cards. Ethereum was like $400 or $500 at the time, Canadian. And I spent like $600 on 5700 XTs with Ethereum. It was like a couple Ethereum per card. They worked out to be like $10,000 GPUs by the time the bull run hit. So I know all about using your crypto or selling coins early to buy hardware. Now, I did make all that ETH back in theory over the time because I was still kind of early before the hash rate spiked on it. So I worked out that way. But selling the coins that much and then seeing what the price hit, oh my gosh, they were those 5700 XTs. I don't know if I could sell them because they're the most expensive thing I think I've ever purchased because of that in theory. So yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy just thinking about it. All that stuff. Caspa facing some paper hand shakeup. Yeah, I see the prices dipping a little bit there. That's another thing I wanted to bring up. So about GPUs, like I want to do the video one day and get all your guys' opinion, but you guys are here right now in the stream. And I was curious. I'm going to ask you guys, so next bull run, what do you guys plan to be mining? What's your go-to coin? What do you think is going to be the coin to save all the GPUs and stuff out there? And I know before you answer, a lot of you guys might be saying, well, we know the ASICs and everything are coming on the Caspas and the fast emission schedule. Caspa is not really going to be there for GPUs after that. But I know that we got Radiant out there. We got Nexa. We got a Lithium. Ironfish is coming. But one part of always doing your own research, you got to keep in mind what could happen. Could anything happen to these coins by the next bull run or something? Are you going to go out there buy $100,000 worth of GPUs because you want to mine Nexa or something, or Radiant because you think it's going to pump to those levels in the next bull run? Now, mining them all now is awesome. Get the yields while you can. But the coins that are all profitable right now on hash rate, the top 3-4 coins, which is the ones I just listed, you might not even be able to mine them on GPUs anymore. So that's something you got to keep in the back of your mind. You're going to have to go back to possibly, the Flux, the Raven coin, and these coins need to see pretty big gains to go out to that. Now, I did post the other day that Nexa did something. I said, when's FPGAs and ASICs coming? And then a few people commented and said it's ProgPow variant. It's never going to be FPGA or Nexa. So Nexa actually has a fork coming, and it is in their roadmap. This year will be FPGA ASICs. Now, there can always be delays. There'll be FPGAs on Nexa this year, according to their roadmap. And then next year, 2024, is another fork for the ASICs. So it is coming for Nexa as well. There is a bitstream available for Radiant, and I heard rumors about a Lithium, which is Blake 3, Ironfish, and a Lithium are kind of out there. I don't know if that one's for sure. So I'm still up in the air about a Lithium. That the algorithm definitely looks like it could support FPGAs and ASICs just by the hash rate of a GPU, but I don't know about those. But let's just actually jump into here right quick. So let's go to Nexa. We're going to go nexa.org. I'll jump right to the roadmap just to show you guys right here. Resources, key info, roadmap. Let's just jump down. Scrolling through this one. Next roadmap. So late 2022 to mid 2023. Right here, Gigablock scaling phase 2. This is when they're going to add the signature FPGA, the UTXO commitments, which is supposed to upscale their thing, and the FPGA miner will start becoming, a dev thing. And then the following year, end of 2023 mid 2023 to the end of 2024, this is when we're going to start seeing the accelerated signature of ASICs. So, and then, the other upgrade of UTXO. So it's in their roadmap to be FPGA and ASICs, and it looks like it's going to happen before the peak in 2025 by the end. Now, we definitely could see delays and other things, so don't stop. I just want to bring awareness to people. It's always part of doing your own research. It doesn't mean this is actually going to happen or anything bad's going to happen, but always know what could happen to some of the coins you're really thinking as of go-tos. Now, these coins weren't really around before the 8th merge, and now they're pumping and they're doing really great and the profitability is there, but they might not be there by the next bull run. So it's just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind when you're doing your research and deciding what to do with your farms and stuff. So yeah. So just keep an eye on that. I just want to bring that up. I just don't want people to just think, you know, these are things that this is going to be here forever. We got to be very due diligent and do research. But yeah, again, I don't know if this is ever going to happen. Like, I don't know any of that. Another thing here, I was asking in their Discord, where do I have? I took a screenshot here. I'm going to go down to Nexa. Where's Nexa? All right, here. So here's the screenshot, and I kind of did this. Bam. So what's Nexa based off of? Is it prog PAL variant? Yada yada. When is it going to be? And they say it's SHA 256 with whatever this word is, schnorr signatures, verifications right now with the final algo soon. So they're not even in their final algo. This is an early algo that we're in to come, adding, which we saw in that roadmap, the UTXO lockups. Next is a very much not ASIC unfriendly. They kind of reverse things. Instead of saying it's not ASIC friendly, it's not ASIC unfriendly, which is a reversal saying it is ASIC friendly once they do their fork. Our algo isn't just hashing to provide consensus. It's useful proof of work to actually scale the chain by removing those two bottlenecks. So the more efficient and powerful hardware becomes Nexa, will be able to scale more and more. So it's pretty much saying ASICs will be on the network sometime in the future. And based on the roadmap, the FPGAs are this year and the ASICs are next year. But again, delays. We don't know. So just remember, guys, all these coins that are currently profitable right now might not be there for our current hardware that we're used to mining GPU wise. Mine Ghost Rider algo with Zergpool and get paid in RTM. That goes to iNodes. A lot of people are doing that. Alvatos, you're probably talking to someone about that. But yeah, mine Radiant or Casper on laptops, mine Nexa on GPUs. Can't wait for a Nexa ASIC. Yeah, it's going to be interesting though. You got to think about it. Like, I know it's going to be bummed out for that, but what kind of ASIC is there going to be? Is it going to be a huge ASIC, minor ASIC? It's probably going to be a big performance, but could this open up maybe an opportunity? Like, look at Script right now. Like right now, Script is still not too bad. Last year and stuff, it was awesome, especially for home miners. Could it just be little scale, small home miner next to the ASICs and so on? Or is Bitmain going to drop out like, you know, the big bad boys? And so we don't know, but you know, it might be an opportunity that could lead to more of a small home scale and helping out and stuff like that. We don't know. We don't know. There's a lot of different scenarios that can play out for sure. We cannot tell the future, but it'll be interesting to see what happens here. RXD to take off. Yeah, and that sucks though. I actually have my GPUs on Radiant right now. I'm looking into a few other coins to see what I should what to do, what to move to, and so on. But you know, there's a lot of different things out there. Meowcoin, no, that is true. Like Meowcoin doesn't pay out that much money, but at the same time, you know, if a lot of people just think that way, there isn't that much hash rate on Meowcoin, unless, you know, if the coin explodes, obviously there's going to be a lot of hash rate moving there. But for the small home miner or something, you might be making decent profit. You know, a big farm moves onto there, it might not be worthwhile for them through liquidity issues and so on. But, you know, small home miners want to help out the network. They're helping out cats and other things. So, you know, that's a good thing. The two go together and it might remain a profitable coin for a lot of at-home small miners, which is a good thing. It's awesome. Just because a coin doesn't pay out that much per day, which we looked at the other day, it's only paying like a couple $1,000s, which means it can't support that much hash rate, but it's trying to do things differently by helping these animals out. And it's also small home miners are actually benefiting and profiting from mining that coin. So that's a good thing right there. You know, we don't need to be a major, huge coin for a few miners and stuff to remain profitable. So did a video with the dev of Meowcoin from OZ. Yeah, I did see his Twitter posts and everything, and it popped up. So I do want to check that out to see what they all talk about, obviously. But yeah, I seen he did post that. He has been doing quite a few interviews with a lot of devs lately, which is a good thing. Part of, you know, like I said, doing your research. Everyone has different views and opinions on everything. So watch everybody, see what everyone is saying. And then at the end, just kind of make your decision the best way you can. That's do your own research. Did I see a post that RTM is starting to reduce block rewards / frequently? I'm not sure. forgot about that. I've been meaning to look into like a halving schedule or something like that. I think it does have something, but I don't remember when the timeline or anything like that actually begins. So I'm gonna have to look into that. That's a great question because I can't remember. I will now mine Avian now. I need to do research. Avian was extremely profitable. Was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. It was doing pretty good. So either if you already had a crap ton of coins lined up, maybe you cash some in for power or some profits. Okay to take profit, or maybe once the dip happens, buy back in and so on. But yeah, Avian was looking pretty good the other day. A lot of stuff did. Interviews of the devs of Horsecoin. Interview the devs of Horsecoin. Horsecoin. I think they've been trying to message me for like a few months now. Horsecoin. That sounds familiar for some reason. I'll see. I don't even know what Horsecoin really is, but yeah, I for some reason I remember getting message from Horsecoin and some other type of coin that wanted an interview or something. I don't know. I don't really do interviews though, guys. That's not really me. I don't interview people. I just mine and stuff. But, you know, I'm not the blockchain person, but I do like to know what's happening with a lot of coins I want to mine, or especially if I want to invest in hardware, I want to know what the future could potentially look like and run scenarios. That's what I do. I don't really look at the blockchains themselves. iNodes has a built-in countdown timer until reduction. Oh, really? So how's that work? Is it Skirm? Is that going to be like is it happening both sides, like complete right off there? Is like the entire block reward dropping a bit? Or is it like only a smart node side? Is it only the mining side? I imagine it's just going to be like right across the board, kind of like how FLUX does their thing, how everyone pretty much does their thing. And the entire block reward, I guess, would kind of be coming down. Interesting. I did not know that. That's good. You know, in theory, that's a good thing. It's going to be harder to get coins. Price will go up. We got the big, oh, wow. We're going to see what, $5, $6 Raptorium here in the next few years? I'm just joking, guys. But that would be pretty darn sweet. Oh, it's going down. Oh, 10's not that much. But what's the schedule after that? Is it like it's a faster schedule? So it's like the first couple of years. It's at, like, I know the first, what was it? 5,000 blocks were the full reward because nodes weren't activated yet. And then it dropped that 1,000 or 1,025 or something. And that's at what it's at now for 2 years. And then it's going to be a gradual every yearly thing, gradually every couple months thing. I got to look in that schedule. That's interesting. Yeah, we definitely got to know stuff about that. I'll find out, guys. I think cryptocurrencies shouldn't be regulated. However, regulation could help protect consumers and prevent fraud. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Tricky Mick, thank you very much. ETC Frog B, how do you feel about the future of Ethereum Classic? I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. I know I've seen some few things where the GitHub and stuff hasn't really been updated or anything, but you know, I'm hopeful. It's the original Ethereum. I don't know. They need people to build on it, I guess. They already can do everything, so I guess it makes sense that they don't really need to update anything currently because it can already do everything Ethereum does. It's proof of work, but yeah, obviously we need people to start building. I know they're very active in Twitter and they're posting a lot of things, and you know, they're doing educational stuff for people and how blockchains and everything works. So, you know, the name is out there. It's every bull run. It does see pretty big, decent gains. So, you know, I'm hopeful for it 100% for sure. We need more coins to pump. Ethereum, even before Ethereum Classic, even before Ethereum merged, I have been saying ETC is one of the coins that need the smallest gains to accept more miners, to absorb that hash rate, because just the way it is, the market cap and stuff on it decently, and just the distribution it pays to its miners and so on, it needs the smallest gains to support miners again. So that's another thing why I'm hopeful for ETC to see, you know, quite a bit of decent gains, because it'll be a lot easier for miners to move back onto it with the smallest amount of gains. Where if we look at other coins, you know, we need Flux to hit massive levels. Like they need to go 100x, you know, Ravencoin needs 100x. All these other coins need massive amounts of price gains to support miners in daily earnings, where ETC doesn't really need that much compared to the other coins. So that's one thing I'm hopeful for. Again, as like I said, the blockchains, the coins, I don't really follow too much. I'm just more looking into the profitability, and ETC needs the smallest gains for miners to be profitable, in my mind. Am I getting a KS2? No, I'm not. Sadly, I wish. Fully electric. Are you going to get me one? Come on. Now, I don't know. Remember, there's still a whole bunch of up in the air stuff. We don't know if they're real or not. Panda probably went through it with his stream, but you know, that's his thing. I don't want to spoil nothing. So he probably went through the details and stuff like that. But we're still very skeptical on if these things are real. Now, if they are real, oh, that's going to be crazy for sure. Caspa would definitely be done. Again, it comes down to availability, but whoever gets these things first, they're obviously going to be making a lot of money. That's what it comes down to. Whoever first come, first serve. If they end up being real and whoever gets them first, they're going to be rich. That's pretty much it. Now, still, don't buy them. We don't know if they're legit. If you can throw away $15,000 and you're okay with that, then I guess go out and buy it and risk it. But I wouldn't do it. I know I could. I wouldn't be able to afford it and loot. If I would, I wouldn't be able to afford it if the miner didn't show up. So I can't do it. I rug for A6. Hello, everyone. Here from South Africa. Hey, MG Printing Designs. Awesome. Welcome from South Africa. That's wicked. I read Panda Mining got a box en route, but what's in the box? Exactly. What is in the box? So Panda did send me some screenshots. I didn't want to bring it up, but it looks like he already kind of went through it all with you guys. So I guess it's okay then. All right, so let's look at it. Let's see. Let's go into here. Panda Mining. There we go. So yeah, so allegedly they sent him some screenshots of this thing in a box, supposedly. It is saying the KS2, April 2023. It looks like the pictures, kind of a rugged down one. So until he actually plugs this thing in and we can see that this thing is real, then we'll know if it's real or not. Now, I did reach out to Ice River myself as well, and I can kind of cross-confirm that they're sending one because Panda said they told him they're going to send him one. He Twitter posted out the sheet and everything, or the screenshot saying, yeah, we'll send you the yada, yada, yada. And then they actually told me, because they don't know that I really talk with Panda too much. Maybe they do. I don't know. But they told me they already sending out a miner to a third party for testing purposes and to credit their account, type of thing is what they said in a nutshell. So them telling me that they're already sending one out for someone to make videos on, and Panda saying that supposedly sending one, they're kind of cross-referencing, fact-checking each other at, you know, this thing is going to Panda and he may get one. Now, they said I might get the newer version when they upgrade it in the future. They don't know when the heck that'll ever be, but they said maybe I'll be the next one to test their next product that comes out. So we'll see what happens there. But again, I don't know. But anyway, you know, we're all trying to contact them, get a hold of them, and that's the latest information. So far, fact-checking and cross-checking, it sounds like they are sending one to Panda, but we still don't know what it looks like until it's plugged in. So we're going to have to wait for Panda to verify all this stuff for us to get our suspicions out of the way. So I bet you we're all pumped and waiting for that. We can't wait for Panda to get it and see what happens when that thing actually gets plugged in. They don't know that we're all friends and I'll keep in touch. That's very true too. That's very well true. But it's kind of good to stay on those kind of angles with people, because then, you know, like I said, we can just kind of fact check stuff. So they told me they're sending one already for someone to look at videos, and then Panda, you know, saying that. So, you know, it's a nice little cross-reference fact check to say, hey, you know what? Maybe they are coming. Now, we're still skeptical. The miners might be real. We still just don't know if the company is real. That's the other thing we have to worry about. MG Printing Designs, my favorite small card. Cheap Canadians are finally leaving the States. Stay up there. Stay up there. Oh, crazy. All these items is not sale in South Africa. Only 1660 super graphics cards. Yeah, that's why I say it's really hard to just say, hey, you know, this is happening here. Get one of these, get one of those. Because every single person is in a different situation. Every viewer and stuff is from a different country. So availability on products is totally different depending where the viewer is coming from. So you really got to be wide open and mention, like, you know, this amount of power. This is the area, or, you know, my power price, my this, my, like, it's really hard to cater to every single person just due to that very reason. I'm thinking of getting 4K as zeros. Don't know yet. Well, if we get one, I want one. That's crazy. Yeah, we definitely got to find out the real. So any news on Rust? So I haven't played that game for a few years. I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. You're talking about Caspa. So Caspa Rust was delayed, but it did release. Does that make sense? it did release on time, depending on your time zone. So let's jump into that. Let's jump into Caspa Discord here and just have a look at their announcements. So here it is. So dear community and everyone on board with this journey, it is a delight to finally announce the first version of Caspa on Rust. So this happened at 5:23 in the morning today at my time. So I guess, what is that? It's like 7 hours ago is when this was posted based on my time. So anyway, this is the alpha version meant to be a drop-in replacement for the Caspa Go node, which is mostly targeted at experienced Caspa command line users, which will help us test and stabilize this brand new code base. So it's testnet. So like I mentioned before, it's not going to be mainnet drop right on the release. So right now the testnet is opening up, and it's not for the KDX nodes, which is what we used in Windows and stuff. This is for the Linux version only initially right now. So you're going to need to update your testnet nodes and everything to test this out and help them out right now. So mainnet, nothing is released on mainnet yet. Anyway, we got the release package, includes an executable file named Caspad, which will then be used exactly like the Golang Caspad executable, blah, 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 apart from some rare command options. Notes: mining on mainnet is disabled and highly not recommended until the maturity of the software is obtained on testnet. However, we do need and want non-mining mainnet nodes. So eventually, anyway, guys, testnet is happening right now. It's only for the Linux nodes and so on. So if you got Linux stuff, I don't have anything Linux set up. I need another node box so I can run the Windows as well as Linux. So I can do that, but I can't do that. So I'm not going to be part of this testnet. Once it comes available for the Windows version, I'll show you guys how to update and set that up and so on. But I got to wait till that happens. Who knows how long it'll be. So the way this is going to play out is they're going to be testing the testnet for a little while. It could be today, you know, they could see some code that's good, stable, ready to go, and they'll slowly going to gradually release that onto mainnet. And once that happens, you know, right now we're at 1 second block times on Caspa. It's then going to, you know, it could go to 2, then it could go to 4, it could go to 10. We don't know. Depends the stability of the testnet on that goes. But as they feel comfortable releasing it to mainnet, they're going to do it until eventually we do hit that 32 blocks per second time frame on Caspa. And as the block times get faster, remember the emissions is not changing on Caspa at all. It's exactly the same. The same amount of Caspa will be happening every 1 second on it. It's just that it's going to be split between each amount of blocks. So right now it's like, say what, 233 Caspa right now. So say they do two blocks per second, you just divide that by 2, it'll be 116 Caspa per block. And then say they get to 10, that's going to be, you know, 23.3 Caspa per block. And then eventually, once they get to the 32, it's going to be 7.28 Caspa per block on there, running the same amount, 233 Caspa per second. So nothing is changing with the emissions, but they are making that block time quite a bit faster. But right now, testnet mode is engaged, Linux only, and then we'll just have to wait and see what happens from there. SCC president, 11.2 cents per kilowatt hour, a decent rate. Yeah, actually, no, 11.2 cents. That's great. You know, people in Europe are probably really mad at you right now because they're like, what, 25 to 40 cents per kilowatt hour, which is insane. I'm personally at 11 cents per kilowatt hour myself. When I work it out, it's about 15 and a half cents Canadian, but that is about 11 cents USD. In the conversion rate. So that's where I'm at, about 11 cents. So that is a decent rate. So you're profitable on most coins with most newer hardware, I guess I should say. But yeah. What do we got here? RUD is 55 cents. Is he at 55 right now? Stability. You sound so Canada derp. Canada derp. I'm Canada derp. I'm Central Alberta is where I'm from. But yeah, thank you very much for the US $2 right there. I think I seen, did you put that Iron Rose? Oh, okay, and Iron Rose, thank you very much for the Canadian 220. Awesome. That's my stuff right there. And so on. So do we have any more ads here? What am I missing? I'm thinking of getting, okay, fully electric. We went to the KS zeros. That's awesome. Stability. Okay. Nothing really. You guys just talking about it. Hey, what's up? What's the top 2 CPU coins to mine? Oh my gosh, that's an iffy one right now for sure. Very, very iffy. So let's do this. Let's go to the CPU mining profit calculator. Right here. Right click, engage, load. Hey, if you guys don't know about this, you know, click on it, save it, go to it. Also, every day. Every day. Everyone, if everyone went to my website every day and clicked on one ad, it helps me pay for my service to keep my website alive because it's kind of expensive. I might have rented a bigger service than I needed, but you know, it's up there. But eventually I want to have like a pretty inclusive site that has a lot of information. I'm still building it. It's going to take a long time to get this going. Regardless, let's take a look at the current coins here. So we got Astrobot. We're going to go 14,000 here with the latest AstroMiner, and that's actually up to 100 watts. But let's just have a quick look. 11 cents per kilowatt hour. We are rocking. Looks like Panda Knight. Panda Knight is the top coin right now because Duro. Oh, Avian's up there as well. Avian's 40 cents after power, 66 cents on free power. Duro down to 27 cents, 53 on that. Because look at that hash rate, 610 mega hash. I've seen a few spikes today alone over 700 mega hash. It's insane. The hash rate on Duro is definitely jumping. Definitely jumping. We need some higher price gains happening on Duro ASAP. But Panda Knight, pufferfish here is at 81 cents. So that's pretty sweet right now. What the heck is a 79.50 on that right now? 79 loaded up. This is about 24 kilohash. So let's just calculate that. Panda Knight. Oh, wow. Look at that. So 7950X right now is, wow, in theory, more profitable than a freaking 4090. That's kind of sweet. Anyway, regardless, looks like pufferfish looks like to be the top coin right now when it comes to that. So that's sweet. There is a Rabid pool coming right now. I'm using Havoc's pool, but he's also getting together, and we are creating a full-fledged RabidMining pool. I think it's called Rabid Pools. It's going to be at rabidpools.net. I believe the DNS is already, or I guess the whatever you call it, the domain is rented and stuff already. But we're putting together pufferfish. Panda Knight's going to be one of the coins. Raptorium's going to be a coin. I think we're looking at some GPU coins as well. But in the Discord, I do have a coin section. If you want to see a certain coin added, let me know. But we're working on a Rabid pool, you know, get the community together, mine together, do all these cool things and stuff like that. Oh, there, wrong button. But yeah, it's coming. Pigeon coin. Should we add Pigeon? I know Retro Mike, is he here? You definitely want Pigeon coin added in there. What miner are you using for pufferfish these days? For the CPUs, I think, what am I using for the CPUs? I think it's SRB miner. Yeah, SRB miner for the CPUs. And if you can utilize GPUs on it, it's looking, I believe, what is it? What's that? Wild Rig. Wild Rig, I think, is for the GPUs. Now, it looks like CPUs as well as GPUs are performing pretty close to each other in terms of hash rates and efficiency. The CPUs are, I believe, slightly better, but GPUs aren't too bad on that coin. Oh, Retro Mike is present. So, yeah, he wants Pigeon coin on the Rabid pool. Am I correct? Crypto Perks, thank you very much for becoming a Wolfpack member. I seen another one pop up earlier. I apologize. Ian Ross, also a Wolfpack member. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated, 100%. I think adding Gold Cash would be great. Gold Cash. Maybe. We'll look into it. Where's Gold Cash? Why does that sound familiar too? I think it's more people asking me to look at that all the time. Gold Cash. What is this? Yes, script R16. Gold Cash. What do we got here? PNP. We got our plant. Huh. Take a look at, the prices go 132%. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Let's look at this, guys. Look at this coin. Maybe I should have had a bag of it, but we're up 132% on Gold Cash, so definitely have to keep an eye on that. Check it out. Craziness. Let's just look at Panda Knight right now. Panda Knight. Engage. So yeah, look at that. Panda Knight's been pumping 496%. So I was actually mining Panda Knight a couple days ago on my CPUs, and I sold 24 hours worth of mining for 30 USD. It's in TradeOgre. It's still sitting there. I know I should pull it out very soon. Never leave it on exchanges, but it's hanging out there still because I plan on selling a little bit more here soon. But so I sold it for 31 USD or something, which is a pretty good day for my CPUs there. Then if I would have waited till today to sell it, it would have been about $62. So it's almost over doubled from when I sold yesterday. And now I went to send more coins to TradeOgre, and TradeOgre's freaking wallet is in maintenance mode. So that sucks. Now they have Xedge right there. I don't really like using that exchange. That's where all the volume currently is, though, for Panda Night, but I don't like their withdrawal fees. So I'd rather wait for Tradeover to go back up. At the same time, I might be missing this pump, but I'm trying to, cash out some coins. It's okay to take profits, guys. I'm trying to build up for an epic. I'm trying to get all the coins I can, selling a little bit of things here and there, like these little coins and stuff, because, eventually I do want to purchase that epic 7742 and get that thing rocking. What do we got? Gold Cash has only 200,000 max supply, currently 120,000. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Gold Cash is almost mined out. Maybe we should get some now. Some love for Neoxa. Even with Masternodes, Neoxa's backbone is mining. It started with mining, yes. I don't like how they kind of just remove mining. They sound more like Furo to me now at this point. But yeah, they definitely started as mining. If you guys have a huge Neoxa bag, go for it. They are in the proof of gaming thing. Maybe I'll just use the gaming ways of earning some Neoxa because I do have a gaming channel. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, Neoxa, all these coins are good. If you're making profit off them or you have big bags or something, it's okay to take profits. It's okay to hold these coins. We're going to see some nice runs moving into the end of next year. Obviously, peak runs of 2025 will be pretty nice on a lot of coins. We don't know which coins will pump the most, so that's kind of why we get a little bit of everything, and hopefully our biggest bag pumps the most, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Neox is great. Get it. Is the CPU mining loud? No, quiet. Can hardly hear it. Like, it's dead silent. well, they do have a fan of them, obviously, but it all depends on the fan you're using. But no, for the most part, you can't even tell your CPU rig is even on. Especially if you have RGB lights on it, then you'll know. But if you don't have RGB lights on, you don't even know the thing's running. Pump it up. Pump the mentals. I have been working on a few. Let me see. I just want to see if this coin. Where is it? Engage. This coin has been getting quite a bit of hash rate. I've been trying it for a little bit as well. Where is it? Yeah. Still broken. So this is, you guys, I don't know, Epic Mine. You guys know about Epic? Maybe. Pool is destroyed. There it goes. Finally kick in. But then when I go to anything like dashboard, it's dead. So supposedly they did an upgrade on this pool the other day, and ever since then it's been broken. So I don't even know if I'm getting any coins or not right now. It says I am, but who knows? Oh, right on scam emails. Go away. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Epic has been doing good. The hash rate has quadrupled in the past couple days, so that sucks. It's losing down, but it is a way to kind of like dual mine coins on your CPU. What do we got here? What's the status on Dynex now? Haven't heard you mention anything. I don't really know. I haven't tried Dynex for a while. I go to hashrate.no and it's telling me my freaking, where is it? Let's go to Dynex right here. Where's Dynex? It's looking like it's the top coin for obviously the 4000 series, the 3080 is and stuff. But like, look at the 3080. We come into here. Yeah, where's my button? This button. And for these settings, now I still think you need a good CPU. You can't just fire this on, your normal GPU mining rig. You're not going to get the hashes. But let's say you're supposed to get 3.2 kilohash. I'm only seeing like 400 or 500 hashes out of my 3080. So I don't know. I tried with CPU mode on, CPU mode off. Now I know a couple updates ago of RabidMiner, it would show my hash rate where it should be. I think it was around 1.4 kilohash or something, but it wouldn't be broadcasted at the pool because my CPU wasn't strong enough. But now I get less hash rate than that when this is saying I should get about 3.2 kilohash now, and I'm nowhere near that. So I got to look into Dynex more, see what's going on there. It's back on the profitability list again. Just seen a pump. The price of Dynex is very volatile. It's up and then it's down. It's up and then it's down. So we got to keep an eye on that. But regardless, I don't know. I still got to see if I want to use rig 5, my 3900X, and throw that into a GPU rig maybe to use that as the base CPU to see how that performs in terms of hash rates and if that'll help or not. But I just haven't got around to doing that yet. Can you mine Radiant with a CPU? I think so, but it's probably not very good. You can, like, I believe Caspa, you can mine Caspa with a CPU. It's just not very good. It's like 1 mega hash or something, 1.2 or something on a 3900X. So I imagine Radiant's going to be around the same. I think you could even mine Nexa with a CPU, but it's just not worth the while. GPU is much more better option. This is my little secret. Naso coin. Miners for about 30 minutes a day and makes you $1 a day for 30 minutes. That means $2 a day. Or $2 in an hour. What? Naso coin. Naso. I'm going to get pinned later on in Twitter because someone said I mentioned Naso coin now. What is this? Naso coin. Did we look this up before? I can't remember now. 63 mega hash. What? How does this work? How do you have 64 mega hash, but the network only says 116 kilohash? There's something not reading right here. Obviously, this adds up the pools, and then this adds up everything, including solo nodes. But here it says 77. That's a 64. Oh, how are you making money on this when there's no exchange? What? There's no exchange. What exchange is this used? How are you making $1 a day if you can't sell it? Interesting. It's on 7 Seas. Oh, 7 Seas. Pirate. Next to Pirate Chain. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. But 7 Seas. You know where I'm going now with that. And people in Discord buy it. Oh, it's like it's like a P2P buying thing. Well, that's interesting. Well, I guess we'll wait for an exchange. We'll see what it opens up exchange-wise and then decides what's going on. Via Coin was good before and TaxBit soon. Oh, are we talking about Epic right now? Via? Yeah, Via. It's interesting. I don't like, but yeah, wait, TaxBit. That's Nexa. And people buying, what? And TaxBit is going to be on. Okay, I'm getting mixed up because I believe TaxBit is also getting added to, what coin is it? It's not Nexa, is it? I don't even remember now. I get mixed up. I'm looking at all these different coins and I get them all confused. $1 a day keeps the rabbit away. Do you use the Dynex GUI wallet on Windows? I have not. I'm still using the stupid web wallet, honestly. I got all my Dynex in the web wallet. I haven't downloaded anything from Dynex personally myself, so I don't know if it's good or not. On Silicon Lottery 2, I like EVGA. EVGA is awesome too. I wish they'd make GPUs again. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. Yeah, you can definitely VM that thing. What do we got here? TaxBit. Whoa, $1 a day keeps the rabbit away. Yes, it does. Oh yeah, I want to go to Best Buy. Oh, no, that's not Best Buy. This is Best Buy. There's the price of these coins. Look at Canadian prices. I know a lot of you guys are from the States, so you look at these, you're probably shaking your head. I'm not buying anything for that much. But yeah. Oh, this is on sale. We got the MSI RTX 4090 Supreme X on sale, 4090 for $2,300. Yeah, no thanks. I just want the Founders Edition. That's all we need. The cheap edition. There you go, $2,000. Now, the 3090, when it released, was freaking like $2,400 or $2,500. So in theory, this is cheaper than the 3090 on release, which is good. But the 4070 is actually more expensive than the 3070 when it released. I feel NVIDIA is gouging the crap of the mid-range GPUs because they know that's the majority of their market. Most of their market is, mid-range gamers and so on because it's not too expensive and it's not stupid little cheap crap at the very bottom. So they focus towards the middle ground and they actually upped and scalped their own prices and the size of the 4070s over the 3070s and 3060 Ti's in the past. So it'll be interesting to see how they price the possible 4060s or 60 Ti, whatever they release it as in the future. But the 4070, they definitely increased the price higher than what it should be currently for MSRP. But we'll see what happens. They're just trying to make money. 4070 Ti. Yeah, we got $2,000. So we got $2,100 here. What's that after GST? We got 5% GST here. So 2,100 times 1.05. So 2,205 all in for a 4090. So if I could sell 4 3060 Ti's for about $520 a piece, good luck with that. But then I could get one of these. be more profitable and be more efficient. So that, I don't know, I'm still leaning towards possibly doing that. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Should I do that? Should I try to do that? Like, it is more efficient GPU. It's making more money. I don't know. I'm up in the air. Good afternoon. I just fixed 10 laptops and fixed a Vizio E70 E3 Smart TV for free. And I'm donating 3 computers to the Salvation Army Computer Lab as a tax write-off of $2,000. Wheeling Coffee, Crypto Coffee. Hey, that's awesome. Good job. That's wicked. You fix stuff for free and then donating it. So helping people out. That's great. So what is the best GPU to use to make the most profit? Right now, I don't know how the 170s, the HX 170 CMP cards, I don't know how well they perform. Obviously, they're super expensive, but they were amazing on coins. I don't know how they're doing on Radiant and stuff. But so currently with that, not knowing those numbers, I'm going to have to go with the 4090 is probably the best card right now. It's the most expensive, but it's also probably the most profitable. Don't buy GPUs. Buy all the Caspa ASICs right now. Red Panda Mining advice right there. Get all the Caspa ASICs before it's too late. You know, technically that's true if we knew these things were actually real. Because damn, those things are going to be making some profit right off the get-go. But yeah, not financial advice. Stay away until confirmed by Panda that these things are real. Gold Cash has been over $10 a coin before. Interesting. Caspa is dead to me. And use code RPM at Ice River. Code RPM for a 20% increase in price. That's how those sites work, isn't it? If Caspa is dead, then Radiant emerges. Yes, as Radiant emerges, guess what happens? It gets, because we have a lot of FPGAs flying into Caspa right now, which are going to be needing a new home again once these ASICs emerge on Caspa. And if Radiant has a bit stream available, they'd have nowhere to go. Now we're going to see the E300s and all the C11s and everything, and the what are they, FK33s or whatever they're called, the squirrels there. Everything will then flood to something like Radiant. Again, depending on the bit streams that are available and so on. So Radiant's going to be smashed next in line. Then they're going to bounce to Nexa, and then they're going to bounce. We're done. No, I'm just kidding. We're not done. But we just got to keep these in the back of our mind. Things will happen. Let me confirm for 6 months to make sure it has that profit for 6 months. Then you can buy it. See, let's calculate the profitability of that right now. Actually, let's take a look. Where's my, I don't have it. Where is it? Bring it up. There we go. Now I need mining pool stats. We need some Caspa action. Let's see what the current network is looking like. Whoa, 1.17 petahash. Somebody, what the heck happened to Caspa? Is there like an ASIC or something? You know, I'm just joking, guys. I'm just messing around here. But damn, look at that hash rate. 1.17 petahash. I just got to open this up one more time so I can get this correct. Hash power, 1.17 petahash. 1.17 petahash. We're going to move this to the mega hash mark. Bam. And now we're going to go into here. We're going to look for ASICs. Where do I have it? Where do I have it? Where do I have it? All the way down. Too much stuff in here. All right. So here's the current network hash rate. Right there. Boom. And what are those? 2 terahash. So yeah, that's still $1,200. Oh, what's the price? What's the price? What's the price? Price of Caspa right now is 313. Down a little bit. So 313. Bam. Here we go. All right. $1,077 per 24 hours is what the KS2 is making right now. That's absolutely insane. Let's just, do I got another view here for you guys? Can you see that better? Let's try this one. No, that one sucks. That one, nope, that's the wrong corner. How about that one? No. Okay, we're going to go with this one. All right, so $1,077. So Caspa wants, Panda wants to test this miner out for 6 months. So let's just go 1,077 times 30 times 6. So Panda will let you guys know that this miner is okay or not after he has made $193,860. You could buy freaking 20 of those miners at that point. No, I'm just kidding, but that's crazy, guys. Look at the profitability of this thing. Like, seriously, First come, first serve. If this thing is real, that's a lot of money in one miner's pocket. Like 34,000 CASPA per 24 hours at the current network difficulty. Everyone's complaining, oh, probability is dropping. Well, the people that have this hardware, probability isn't going anywhere but up until, maybe 5,000 of these things sell or something. Like imagine that. Let's do that. Let's do those numbers right now. I'm going to copy this. Let's copy this entire line. Let's start doing some crazy magic numbers. 5,000 miners of these sell. What's the network going to look like? Hash rate, difficulty wise, copy, bam, paste this in, duplicate. There we go. So this is our current network hash rate. I don't even know. Oh, great. It'll be easier if we do it this way. I almost put all those numbers in. So we're currently at 1.17. So these things are 2 terahash. 2 terahash. So we're going to go 2 terahash times 5,000, I guess. So 10,000 terahash is going to hit this freaking thing. So we're going to go 10,000. 10,000 terahash. So that is 10 petahash that'll be on the network. 10 petahash on top of what we have now. So now I got to take this number. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of zeros. And add it to what we have now. So it'll be easier if we just kind of go like this. So we got 1.17. Let's add that into here. So we're going to go 11.17. There we go. And then I'll just take this number, copy. Let's see, 5,000 of these miners. Did I do this right? If I mess something up, let me know. So now we got 5,000 miners in here. Bam. Wow. That's still $112 a day, but look at the yields. 34,000 CASPA down to 3,600 CASPA with 5,000 miners selling and turning online right now based on the hash rates right now. It's still pretty profitable, but the yields massively drop. Now we also got to calculate next month. Our CASPA earnings are going to be going down a bit more and more and more. But yeah, regardless, even if 5,000 of these miners turned online, that's still $112 a day. Now, what's the ROI on that? So the KS2 is what? $28,000, I think, isn't it? We're going to divide that one by 112. That's 250 days. That's still less than a year of an ROI. And if CASPA price goes, oh my gosh, let's just, what if CASPA hits 10 cents? That's $360 a day. If CASPA hits $1, it's $3,600 a day. Like, oh my gosh, if you hodl this, it's not using much power. Profitability is through the roof. This thing can ROI itself in probably one day if you really hold on to those coins. That's crazy to think about. Anyway, I'm not trying to pump anyone up. We don't buy this thing until Panda can confirm that he's a millionaire from mining on this one miner alone. Then, it'll be okay. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. The numbers are too freaking good. The KA3 looked amazing when it first wanted to release, but this thing is like 3 times the profitability of even the KA3. Now, there's a few things we got to realize here is because this is the first ASIC to hit CASPA. It's not that we're getting a big increase in over an ASIC like we saw the KA3 over the previous Cadena miners. Yeah, obviously it was huge, so we saw a massive increase. But we're literally going from GPUs. We have FPGAs for like a week in theory, and then we're going from GPUs straight to ASIC. So this is a huge leap above what's currently on there. No wonder that's why the profits is so high. Now, from this point on, it's only going to get worse. Look at Bitcoin. Look at the first Bitcoin miners that were, maybe a gigahash or a couple gigahash or something were on the network. And then now we're in the, 100 and some terahash. So right now we're getting 1 to 2 terahash out of an ASIC. In a couple months, we could see 20 terahash miners or 100 terahash miners. It's just going to be an evolution of extreme hash rate miners coming online for this coin on top of that aggressive halving schedule. So it's coming in. This first batch is going to make somebody a lot, if they are real, it's going to make the first people a lot of money. Just due to the fact that you've got an ASIC competing with GPUs on a ASIC algorithm. It's crazy to think about. Anyway, okay, so that's my 2 cents. D Miners, what's going on? How are you, buddy? Just walking in. How's family? Everything's good. Everything's awesome. Everything's good so far. Sounds like a good buy to me. What do we got? Rug putt site in the room. Time changing money. He red pound of money. Hello, you all crazy miners. What's going on? Yeah. Why I have never heard of Locatech? Why have I never heard of Locatech? Because Locatech is another one that's up in the air that we cannot confirm or really deny its existence. Locatech is a thing. Their product is we don't know. Now we will know something in June or July. July is the crypto conference. June, I think, is when we might actually see potentially the chips in service. But Locatech is saying that they have a script miner that's insane. So if you never heard of it and all this stuff, picture this. Picture this. Now I know, okay, get into like mental state mode to really picture this because it seems way too good to be true. So we know script mining, Dogecoin, Litecoin, it's been fairly profitable. It's been a nice steady hash rate, slowly increase. The miners that are currently on network, most of them are, kind of making money. They're profitable. They're awesome. It's a nice, efficient algorithm for most of the miners on there. Bitmain has not slayed it with some major monster really yet. So here we come out of nowhere, the Locatech Hashblade. It's like a PCB, a GPU and stuff and so on, but it's full of ASIC chips. Now, in theory, you can just stab one of these, not stab, but you put it on like a riser or something and just use your ×1 slots in your normal mining motherboards, your normal ×1. So now you can turn your GPU mining frame, 6 to 8 cards, into 6 to 8 ASIC, these Hashblade things, GPU looking thing, ASICs. Each one is supposed to be about 2 gigahash at like 125 watts or something crazy. Just picture that. Let that sink in. Now, say you get 6 of these things. You put up a 6 GPU mining rig with 6 of these hash blades. That is 12 gigahash at, what is that? 120. What is it supposed to be? 125 or 100? Let's say 140 watts. And we're going to times that by 6. 840 watts for 12 freaking gigahash of script. An L7, for an example, is 9.5 gigahash for the best model at 3,400 watts. Now you can get 12 gigahash in your GPU mining rig for 840 watts. That's 120 volt power you can still run and then expand more from there. So you can kind of see where the skepticism is. These things are absolute game changing. They're going to make an L7 obsolete in no time because we all have the hardware. They use no power. 120 volts will work. Apartments will work. All these things will work, but we don't know if they're real. So the timeline is April this month. They were supposed to display their ASIC chip on a USB stick just to show how efficient it really was. And from there, it's supposed to be getting put onto these hash blades and then pre-sales will start and so on and ship sometime towards the end of the year. Now that got delayed. They don't have the USB stick ready, supposedly. So now it sounds like the crypto conference, which again is June or July. The conference is July, but they might be sending them out and so on in June. If they release these USB chips to actually confirm their chip exists, then we could see hash blades by the end of the year. But we do got to wait for the public appearance of this USB stick. That's why July is going to be huge. We're going to see a lot of ASIC equipment being showcased at the crypto mining conference here in July. And that's why I'm saying hold on to everything right now. Wait to see what we have coming because L7s have been going on clearance and discounts. We could see the L9 emerge potentially. I don't think we'll see a full L9 till 2024 next year based on the way Bitmain has been dropping miners. That has been every 4 years for script, but they have been doing some game-changing things in other algorithms. So it doesn't mean they won't do it. Now, if Hashblade does end up to be a thing, I could see Bitmain fast tracking and putting a middle ground miner out there to try and scoop up as many sales as possible to get as much money as they possibly can. And then next year, maybe drop their beast on us. I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be a thing. But, ASIC, it's a manufacturing game. These companies are at war with each other constantly and so on. But I think we're going to see it's going to be a crazy year for hardware, I think. So really hold on to your checkbook, see what comes out until at least July, and then kind of make some decisions from there. Because even though the L7s are looking good, if some of these things end up being real, just like what we're kind of contemplating with this freaking Casper miner, if these things happen, L7s, everything, you don't want those. Get rid of them. Try to dump them now before it's too late. Like if you catch word that these things are coming, you're going to want something else because it all comes down to efficiency in the end. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting year for sure. I think it's going to be a great year for for miners out there. We're going to see some cool things happen. When the L9 coming out? No idea. We don't know. It's a rumor right now. One person says he thinks it's about 15 gigahash. I don't know. Another person said maybe 19 gigahash. Now it all come down. Those are decent numbers, but it's going to come down to power. Now if Bitmain does drop the L9 and say it is in the 15 to 19 gigahash range, like some people are saying it's going to be, what's the power going to be? Is it going to be about 3,000 watts? That would definitely it's not going to be a massive improvement over the L7, which will still maintain decent profitability on L7. But if it's doing at like 2,000 watts or something crazy like that, that is an efficiency game changer right there as well. That's huge. Imagine 12 to 15 gigahash at 2,000 watts. Now we just looked at the freaking hash blade. In theory, it's even more efficient than that. So I don't know. If these things happen, we could see the spike on script. That's the other thing we got to keep an eye for. If we do get big improvement like this, we could see script finally get nailed with a big hash rate increase, making previous models a lot less wanted as well. So I don't know. It's just another thing, guys. Always look into things, do your research. A lot of skepticism. We have no idea if these things are even going to happen this year at all. But I do feel July will give us the answers to all these questions. We will see if any of these things are actually coming or not by July. More than 3,000 watts, it's not going to be better. Yeah, if it's more than 3,000, well, technically, if it's 3,400 watts or less, it'll be better. If it's more, it's going to be worse because you are still getting more hash rate over an L7. It's just not going to obviously make the L7 obsolete at that point because it's just a few extra gigahash for the same amount of power. You're not making a game changer miner like we saw with something like the KA3 or something over everything else. It's a huge step above all the other performance. So, it's going to come down to what do we see here, but it's all skeptical, up in the air. July, but will come out in 2024. We don't know. If it does showcase in July at this conference, it will be here by October, November is what they're saying. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I heard you have weird elbow. What the heck are you talking about, Dan Ruggs? Dan Ruggs list. Oh, Fundraiser. Oh, that's crazy. Who wants to buy my L7 9.5 proof of work blockchain is already trying to dish it. Just wait until we hear what happens. And then if you hear that this thing is confirmed, try to offload those things ASAP so that you have money to get this new stuff because before everyone else catches wind of it. That's what it's going to come down to. If you guys forgot about paying attention and all of a sudden you see massive discounts roll across L7s, then maybe you missed the conference and these things turned out to be legit. Like right now, we've seen the 8.8 gigahash version was down to like a little over $4,000 for the L7. That's a huge markdown compared to when it used to be that. Now we got to keep in mind too, you got the 8.8, the 8.9, there's like 5 or 6 different variants of the L7. Now in theory, I think the term still comes into play. They don't make things like they used to. So you think about it, way back when, depending on how old you are, things were obviously made a lot better. They lasted a lot longer or pretty much forever because some people still might have a lot of older stuff. And then nowadays, everything breaks down. It's made to be repaired, made to upgrade, and so on. It's about the manufacturers making more money. So if, say, these ASICs came out back then, they would be the one model, and that's pretty much it. But now, Bitmain, the lower versions, they're just worse chips. We always talk about Silicon Lottery. We always talk about it's not that they made 9.5, 8.8, and so on versions. It's more like they had crappier chips that wouldn't make 9.5 gigahash, so they just selling them. They're still trying to sell them, but at lower hash rates. It's the same amount of power. But in theory, it sounds like you might also be better off getting the lower ones because I heard that HiveOS firmware. I'm not trying to, I'm not sponsored by HiveOS or anything here, but it sounds like the HiveOS firmware, even on the 8.8, they all hash the same with the Hive-On firmware. Supposedly, I don't have any of these models to confirm or test any of this, but that's what it sounds like. So if you get the 8.8, you can hash at 9.5, same amount of power. In theory is how it's kind of sounding, but I don't know. Or maybe the 9.5s are underperforming. You're only doing like 9 or something. But I don't know how it's working, but it sounds like they all hash the same with the Hive-On firmware. So you're better off just getting the cheaper, crappier version, and then you're mining the same as the 9.5. But yeah, anyway. 2 cents there, but I don't know if that's confirmed work. Does anyone on Hive on firmware or with an L7 can confirm or deny any of that? I don't know. That's just kind of what I've been hearing, but I don't have proof, so I can't really mention. Anyway, how much better are the 7000 series Ryzen CPUs than the 5 and 3? A lot. Well, it depends on your version of a lot. It's probably going to take a few years to actually work out the power differences and hash rates, but they are quite a bit. I have a lot of different testing, I guess, on them. I tested out RandomX, Avian, pretty much, I don't know, 5-6 different algorithms on the 7950X. You can go through all those videos and just kind of see the efficiencies and stuff, but they are definitely an improvement over the 3 and 5000 series, where previously the 5000 series for miners, it wasn't an improvement really at all over the 3000 series. So whatever one you can find for the cheapest is the one you go with. But the 7000 series is an actual performance. You can notice the performance boost above the 3 and 5 series. RTM Moon, yes, do it. Let's go. Oh, okay, what do we got? 39 hex there. Yeah, 3900s are awesome CPUs. Forever. Wicked. What do we got? Dan Ruggs rig list. Thanks for the side hustle YouTube content idea. What are you guys talking about over there? Oh my gosh. How are the new 4000 series cards versus the 3080, 3080 Ti, 3090 GDR6X memory? Are the temps issues? Are there... I don't know if there's any... They're fairly new, like 4070 and stuff, so I don't know how they perform. But it is looking like, I guess, at least in profitability perspective, the 4000 series is taking the crown for the best cards to be for miners right now. Like we were kind of talking about this earlier. I'm thinking about maybe selling 4 3060 Ti's just to buy one 4090 because I will be making more at less power than that. So like 4 3060 Ti's, depending on what you're mining, just rough estimate, 80 to 100 watts each. I'm using, anywhere from 400 or slightly under, from 360 to 400 watts, where a single 4090 is only maybe using like 200 to 300 watts and it's making an extra whatever cents more. It's like $1.60 after power now, where all of those 3060 Ti's added up is at like $1 after power. So, they are a lot better, and I'm still up in the air. I gotta make a decision soon before something happens. Why are script ASIC prices dropping? Because I really feel secure C word there. I feel that there could be a new miner coming. I feel that clearance sale with Bitmain, seems like all the third parties are clearing stocks. Belay Mining had a big sale. Someone else recently has had Apex, I think, had a big sale. I got links to all these miners if you are looking for them or sales or anything down in the description. But I feel there could be a new script ASIC on the way, and everyone's just trying to get rid of everything they can right now to free up some shelving space and sell the new stuff. That's what I think is happening. Again, I don't know. We'll have confirmation on this in July when we hear what kind of things emerge out of this crypto conference. If the hash blades turn out real, Dan Ruggs rigless, I can guarantee that's going to happen. Hash blades are about to kill the hash rates for sure. And I always say it comes down to the efficiency of it. You want the most efficient hardware, and the hash blade has it. Hands down, the hash blade. I don't think Bitmain has anything that's going to, even if they release some new monster, I don't think it's going to be as efficient as these hash blades. They're just unreal when it comes to efficiency. If Bitmain manages to drop an ASIC that's more efficient than that, wow, they're going to come out swinging, and they're definitely going to blow away their previous L7 model if that's the case. But we don't know. We have to wait and see what happens and if this hardware actually releases. That's all we can do for now, and wait. All right, so SRB destroys Radiant on AMD cards. I was using LOL and was getting about 66% the rate of interesting. SRB on AMD is the way to roll for Radiant. So good to know, everyone. If you guys have AMD cards and you're currently on LOL miner, try SRB miner. You're trying to sell 3 RX 580s to buy one 2070, approximately 200 euros. Is it worth the trade? Let's have a look. Let's kind of have a peek see here and see. I don't even know if a 580 is on here or not. 56. You guys can't really see what I'm looking at. There's a 480. They pretty much hash the same. Okay, here's a 580 right here. So they're making 4 cents a day right now. So one 580 is making 4 cents a day on Dynex, and you're trying to get a 2070. So a 2070 currently is at 20 cents. So four of those, they're going to be about the same on Dynex. You'll probably be actually a little bit better off. You'll be using maybe a little less power because you're only using one GPU instead of 4 of the other ones. But you're going to be about current profitability on 2070. Looks like 20-cent profit here at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. It depends on your power, I guess. I don't know. So there's that. They're about the same currently. 7900 XTX is so far down is crazy. Yeah, that's a big boy too, and it just sucks, or I don't know. Poor AMD. I wish they'd come up with something decent in the GPU side, but I know a lot of people hate NVIDIA for the things they've done with the LHR and the drivers and yada yada yada, but you know, we're miners. End of the day, those GPUs are the GPUs you want, hands down. You know, you can be biased per manufacturer all you want, but if you want pure profits, NVIDIA is where it's at. Can't argue that fact. I don't hate, I just buy. Exactly. I don't hate, I don't care. I don't have a grudge or anything. It's any type of mine. I don't care if it's a CPU, GPU, AMD, NVIDIA, whatever, ASIC, non-ASIC. I don't care what it is. If it makes money, I'll look into it. I'll investigate it. I'll probably buy it if it's worthwhile. Because when I go through this yesterday and every other time, when I mine crypto, it's about efficiencies. It's about making daily earnings. Not, I don't hodl for Lambos in the future. You know, that's probably that's a great way to go about it for sure. But for me, it's not a long-term thing. It's a stability type of thing. You know, I use my crypto all the time, every day for everything. So the more efficient I can run everything, the more money I make. So that's what I look into all the time and try to maintain that type of thing. I have electricity costs to cover. I know, me too. I use my crypto. I would not be mining crypto. I can't pay out of pocket mining crypto. Well, I could if I went out, quit YouTube and everything, then, you know, that's a different story. But if I want to maintain making videos and stuff, you know, I have to use my crypto to cover my power. I have to use my crypto to buy groceries, to cover my mortgage a lot of the time, and so on and so on. YouTube, it doesn't make very much money at all. Like 90% of everything I make is from mining itself. So yeah, it's crazy. So I got to be very picky, and that's what I try to present to you guys. Some people, I was going through the Nexa Discord the other day. It's hilarious. Someone there was like, "Oh, CPU mining is nothing but a giant scam, and it's horrible." Yada yada yada. And now he's talking about GPUs again because it's profitable. No, I talk about whatever's profitable because that's how I maintain my crypto mining. I mine what's profitable, and I do it as efficient as I can to maintain the profitability level as high as I can during the current time. So that's just me. So there's a trade up. I want the Lambo. Proof of work blockchain water. He wants the Lambos. He don't care about nothing else. He wants the Lambos. Hey, that's awesome. It's the way to do it. No, if you can cover out of pocket, obviously look at the latest pumps. If you are paying for your power out of pocket, you know, stacking up Radiant, Nexa, all these things, and we just went through these pumps, you know, obviously we're going to see bigger pumps, hopefully moving into the bull run, but maybe you guys did take some profits right now and covered your power easily for the past couple months or something. So, you know, it all works out in the end, but like I just go for the daily stability on it instead of doing it that way, because that's the only way I can really mine crypto myself. That's just me. But yeah, hodling it, waiting for that to happen, you're definitely going to come out on top for sure. Keep the Lambos. I will take free power and happy living. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Gamer with Smokey Dan. That's the boat I'm in. I don't care. Like I talked about the other day, like crypto goes up. Like even if I had enough to say purchase a Lambo, I would probably just get myself a Corolla. It's cheap on gas. It's a cheap car in general. Like purchasing wise, they last forever. I don't need anything else. I'm not a needy person. I just go with what I need, really. Like, yeah. Anyway, land over Lambo. There you go. Land, solar panels, you know, all this stuff. Paying for power with crypto. It's all stuff like that. What about an 87 Monte Carlo? Oh, Ooh, that might be pretty nice. Yeah, I know. And I know the older 69 Chevys. I have an older Chevy too, an 81 front with it's actually an 85 front end, 81 short box step side. It's got shaved door handles, push button entry on a remote. It's pretty sweet. It's a nice car, truck, 383 stroker in size, rips, hauls. But yeah, I had that ever since I was like 18. I don't even know what that thing's worth now. Quite a bit now. I bought it when it was like $4,000. I believe you look in Auto Traders, it's like 25,000 or something for something like that now, but it's crazy. 69 Mustang Mach. Oh yeah, nice. My Kudos is a 350. Oil spray it. Nice, awesome. But yeah, I don't really care much for the Lambo part myself. I'm all for crypto stability, using it to undermine the traditional fiat system, which was its intended purpose. And that's why I feel some of the coins that will do the best are the ones that have the ability to buy and sell with. That's why I feel Dogecoin is actually even though it came out as a joke coin and can't be used, because it gained so much popularity and it has a pretty big army behind it now, you can literally use a lot of those coin market payments and all those things have Dogecoin in there. You can use Dogecoin to buy stuff in real life with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XMR and stuff and so on, and a few others. But that's why I feel so like Dogecoin is far advanced. It's probably not advanced, but it's steps ahead of like 90% of the other cryptos out there, just due to the fact that you can use it to buy stuff. That's what I look for, for value of crypto coins. Can I use this coin to buy stuff with? That's what I use my cryptos for. It's to buy things with. But yeah, Litecoin. Yes, Litecoin. How did I not mention that one? Litecoin's huge for, this type of thing as well. Doge Moon Boy reported for duty. That's awesome. Elon Musk pumping to the moon. Yeah, definitely. Doge has seen a lot of help from Elon. You cannot deny that fact at all. I just cashed in $1.21 of coin Taft. How should I invest it? $1.21 of coin. How should you invest your $1.21? This is not an investing channel. No financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Now, with that disclaimer, I don't know. Pick your best project. Go with your gut instinct. What do you think is going to be the next big thing? That's what we go for. Most of you people that watch the channel, you guys know I'm one of the only coins I'm really holding on to and don't really ever plan on selling it anytime soon is Raptorium. So I feel Raptorium is going to do some nice things moving forward. We're on USD here, Canadian. We are down 14.8%, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. It means I can get a lot more soon when I swap some coins into it. Maybe get another node up. Dan rugged it. For me, yeah, CKB is another good one too, actually. That's when the whole K3 and K7 debate came out when they were both releasing around the same time. I did feel more strongly that I felt CKB would outperform Cadena and why the K7 would probably be the better miner long term. We still have yet to see what actually happens. But yeah, I feel CKB is going to be a pretty strong coin leading into the next runs or something. Yep, may be able to do that. If it won't let me trade it to STKS. Hey. Yep. Oh, wow. We've been here for a while, guys. So I do appreciate everyone for showing up this live stream 100%. But we're going to have to wrap this one up. I don't know if I'll do a random live stream through the week or not. Let me know. Maybe after the video, comment or something saying, yeah, do a live stream. Maybe we'll look at some rig picks or something. But we're going to wrap this one up. I appreciate everyone for coming. I will see you all in the next one. Rabid out.